Right, it's Willie Dummy from LearnFinance3.com, and I want to talk the difference between two concepts. One is called allowance. The other is called provision. And sometimes I see people use this interchangeably, but in fact, strictly speaking, it's completely two different concepts. So, for example, if you look at a balance sheet, we should use allowance or provision, right? A balance sheet, we should use allowance because allowance is a balance sheet item, okay? And it sort of allow for the loan losses. So if you got a loan and loan got some losses, so you got a contra asset of, it's like a account that you just put it here so it can got netted against the loan. Okay, so you got loan here, you got contra asset here, that put it and will be get netted against the loan. Okay, so any losses that happen to the loan, losses that will decrease this item. Okay, so basically it's a so for example, you are a bank and you have allowance as a contra asset for your loan. So basically, the loan of your the bank is like the asset, okay? Because you loan and you are expected to receive money, okay? So it's your asset, but assets can decrease in value because it will be some of the charge off, okay? So charge off means that there's some bad asset that you can't collect the loan, you have to make a charge off. So in order to do that, you have to have a contra asset account that prepare for it. Okay, so for example, the more bad debt that you are having, the more allowance that you will have. Okay, and provision, on the contrary, is more like income statement items. So it's a kind of expense. Okay, and for example, you are still a bank and you are expecting there's some loan losses that you expect to have. So you have a provision account, provision items in the income statement, and basically you will set aside to cover the losses of the loan. Okay, so basically it's still a item that will cover the loss, cover against the loan losses. Okay, so and the interesting about this too is that it's connected. So if the provision for this year's it is going up, which means there are a lot of loans that will expect it to have losses. So you have more expenses. You have to spend more as a provision to cover all these losses. So you have also need to have a contra asset, which will be a bigger allowance for this default of the loan. Okay, so they are doing the movements at the same pace. So provision go up, allowance go up, provision go down, allowance go down. Okay, so yeah, that's all. Thanks, bye. Don't forget to give me a thumb up and subscribe to my channel.